It was a warm Sunday morning as I sat in the church waiting for a good time to exit so I could finish a video lesson for both of my classes. The day before, I cleaned the church, sanitizing the pews as best I could. As I sat in those pews in the back of the church, I noticed Isaac looking at me. Isaac was a stocky, knee-high boy with light papaya skin. He could smile for days. He had a mind full of wonder, a tiny explorer. His mask was below his nose, and he was smiling. I pulled my mask down to smile back. Then he smiled back at me. He ducked his head behind the pew and rose up again, smiling and giggling silently. He was always happy to see you. That's how I saw him. Uncle Raph was preaching when Jireh sent me a text message. Jireh's message said, "Hey RC, can you tell my mom to unlock the car door so I could put Isaac's car seat in?" After I bumbled around for a bit, I eventually unlocked Anne's car, which was every bit as kept up as Jireh's. She got out, walked the car seat to her mother's car, put it in there. Then we talked for a minute. She asked me if I knew what she could do about her apartment. Yeah, she was staying in some messed up apartments near Slough. She was able to stay there because they didn't check her credit. Her credit was bad. Mine is atrocious. And that's what it means to be in your 20s and out of North City or North County and in college. Debt. She told me she was trying out DoorDash. My niece Alex was doing it and it seemed to be working for her. It was super hot outside, but it was getting warm. It was getting warmer, and I needed to wrap it up. But I was wondering how I could help. I also thought about how grown she was now. She went from being that annoying little girl who used to drive me to rage, to come over and be dropped off when I wanted to be alone so I could play with action figures and watch Static Shock, to being someone who came to me with questions about philosophy. She came to me with these questions less because she was trying to pursue a career, because she had dreams about being in the medical field, but more for understanding. I tried to help her get through philosophical quandaries and papers for classes that she took, and I was happy to do it because Jireh was the kind of person who would go out of her way to help you out. She helped my sister with her daughter Olivia, with both Olivia and Jamina. As adults, I had a deep respect for Jireh. She was one of the few family members I could be honest with. And I think she felt the same way about me. She told me secrets, she told me her plans, and I offered my support the best way I could. Jireh wasn't just going somewhere. She was somewhere. She has a family that loves her, a son full of joy. So much joy, you could bottle it and sell it. She had become more than I could have imagined. She defied the categories of gender and race. She exemplifies everything good about Black women. That time I helped her with her assignment. It wasn't the first time. I helped her with an assignment last week. Matter of fact, she took my class once and she passed with a B. I didn't treat her any different than I treated any other student that asked for help because I loved her and I knew she could handle whatever assignment I asked her. She passed my class because of her intelligence and fervor. That same intelligence and fervor that she demonstrated as a strong, single Black mother, which she learned from her strong Black mother.